Okay, so to create my inseam pocket, I could draw out a pattern piece, but to save time, I'm just going to cut one real quick around my hand, making sure that the opening right here is going to be straight. You're welcome to draw it out. Okay, and it does need to be bigger because you have to have room for your seam allowance, right? Okay, so there's my pattern, or my pieces for my pocket, and then I'm gonna just have 2 pieces to be, well, that won't rip, to be kind of my pattern piece that I'm inserting the pocket into. All the way down. Thank you, Madison. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut this in half. Okay, so our first step is going to be pinning 1 pocket piece to each pattern piece, right sides together. Okay, and you would have notches to match. Since I don't, I'm just going to make sure that they stay lined up. So this just kind of looks like a funny heart, huh? Okay, so then, see, it's the same amount down and the same amount up here. That's what I'm going for, that I would have notches for, but I just don't because we're making this up. So I'm going to pin these in place. It's right sides together. And my first step is to just sew these pockets in place right here. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and just do 5/8 because we're more used to 5/8. And this is a normal stitch, so your stitch length should be anywhere from like 2.2 to 3. I went backwards at the beginning. And your stitching just needs to start and stop right where the pocket starts and stops at your seam allowance. Strings. Shayla, will you bust that open for me? Take the pins out. And then now this one. The strings. Okay, and then this one. Okay, so what you want is your pattern piece to still be normal, and then the pocket is just hanging out now. And we'll wait for the other one and then just pin them together. Okay. So see how they line up? And so there's some thickness here because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers of fabric in this one place. But guess what? We're not really sewing right there, are we? Because we're going to go around it. So let me just stick some pins in. Make sure the pocket's lined up. As long as you do everything right sides together, you should end up perfect for this pocket. Okay, so you might want to choose something that does have an obvious wrong side compared to the right side, like this one. Okay, so I'm just going to start and sew my seam like normal, and then take a detour for my pocket. Okay, so I'm going to back stitch. And then see, I'm about at the pocket, but I want to go another 5/8. I think that might be about right. Nope, I need to go farther. So that's going to be at about 5/8, and then I can continue. Okay, so that's the trickiest part of this whole thing, is figuring out exactly where to turn. Okay, and it's fine. I mean, you saw me, I had to use trial and error. Just make sure your needle is down before you lift up the presser foot. Okay, and the curve, just take it slow. Watch where you want your edge to be and just maneuver it. If you need to put your needle down and pivot on this curve, you're welcome to do that too, as long as your needle's down. So your second one should be a little easier. Once you hit that original seam line, that's where you turn and finish your seam. Okay, let's take the pins out. Is there a pin cushion anywhere? Kyle, you got your thing on? Yeah. Okay, so now, here's our pocket. Oh, I probably did too big of a seam allowance because my hand doesn't fit very well. But you guys understand the process, right? Mm-hmm. Then I would go and make sure and iron these and get it right on the edge. You want it to be nice and crisp. And it's a cute little pocket.